Hello, I'm wondering, do you have a child or do you know a child who would benefit from doing their own personal development in, in the form of a course, an online course that they could work through each module at their own pace and be able to download resources and formulas and transcripts so that right at the end, they complete and they get their own certificate as well. So I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Amanda Dernis and I'm from the Positive Thinking Clinic. And I have just created an online course, My Coping Skills, and it's wonderful for all children aged between the ages of 8 and 12. What I like to say to kids is, even though it's specifically designed for this particular age group, it's quite useful for adults as well. So I've done these videos so that I can go through some of the modules with you, introduce them to you, and you can decide if it's useful for you. I'll also be able to leave my links. You can have a free PDF or order the book or enroll in the course. So let's begin. By the end of the program, you'll be able to teach yourself and even others how to deal with all sorts of challenges. And the truth is, you can't just get rid of challenges. They will always be there, but you can learn ways to cope with them and still get on with your day. So it's really important that you take your time through the modules. They are fun and they are exciting. And like I mentioned right at the beginning, there's lots of free stuff to be downloaded. I don't like to say exactly what they are, but I might give you some hints as I summarize what each module is. The reason why I created this program is because I was once a kid as well. Now that I'm all grown up and I have 2 kids of my own, and my friends, they have kids as well. And in my clinic, I help kids. But you see, being a kid once upon a time and having all of these kids around me, I know what some of your challenges are. But because I'm all grown up and I'm an expert in kids' stuff, this means I also know what coping skills that kids need. So let's take a big breath of excitement and let's begin. Now, during the program, I do welcome you to get in contact with me personally. Some kids are too young for social media, and that's fine, but parents can definitely connect with me. And I always provide those details anyway. I'm available through email. You can find my contact details on my website, positivethinkingclinic.com.au. And the most important part of this program is that with each module, you get a coping skills formula right at the end. And it's not a formula that you just have to use specifically or generically. What you do is you modify that and you make it friendly to your personal and individual needs. So it's like you personalize your own formula. The very, very first module is slowing your busy mind. And the topics that I bring into this module is growth mindset, the busy mind monster, mind jars, where I help children learn how to organize their mind, and being the boss of their mind. So by the end of the module, you will learn about the busy mind monster and what it tries to do. But you will also learn that your mind is amazing and can do amazing things for you. In fact, you will learn that you can organize your mind just the way that you like it. I even get to show you how to use a mind jars technique to help you organize the thoughts and worries that are in your mind. After you learn how to do this, plus more creative techniques, you will realize that you can be the boss of your mind. Just remember to be a good boss. A good boss is someone who does the right thing by everybody, including yourself. So right at the end of the program, I show you the amazing COPE formula for a busy mind. And it's really important that you take your time working through the module. You'll get a lot out of it if you give it your full attention and relate it specifically to you. Do the tasks and keep practicing so that you can control your busy mind and become the boss of your mind. And like I mentioned, reach out to me if you have any, if you get stuck, or if you have any issues, or if you just need some help. Some of the handouts that I give the coping skills bonus PDF for the book. I give a PDF on where I am versus where I want to be, a handout on the mind jars technique, the PDF transcript of the module, and the COPE formula for the busy mind. Then we move on to module 2. And in this module, it's okay to win and not to win. The content in the video is attitude. What is it? Attitude hats, and improving your attitude to winning and not winning. So let me summarize what I have for you. By the end of the module, you'll learn the importance of attitude. You'll understand what an attitude is and how important your attitude becomes. I help you to understand your own attitude by getting you to do an activity and to also imagine yourself in terms of different attitude hats that you wear. You'll learn to make an honest assessment for yourself and have the power to change the attitude hat that you're wearing. You'll learn about the winning journey and the journey if you don't win. Both are just as important. Right at the end of the program, I'll show you my amazing COPE formula for winning and not winning as well. So become curious as you work through the module. Remember to give it your full attention. Try and visualize times where winning and not winning was an issue for you, and it will give you the right skills for next time. Some of the handouts that you'll get with this module. Again, you'll get the PDF transcript. You'll get the COPE formula. You will also get the attitude activity PDF and a PDF on different hats to color in and label as well. So that's that. Now we move on to module 3. And module 3 is on dealing with unkind thoughts and words. You will learn in this video what to do when unkind words are said to you. You will learn about letting unkindness go. And I do it in a very humorous way using bird poo and flies and inspirational cards, etc. And I introduce the amazing whatever mind bin. So in summary, module 3, dealing with unkind thoughts and words. By the end of the module, you'll learn how to let go of unkind thoughts and words. You will learn what to do when unkind things are said to you. I'll teach you to let it go and even teach you fun ways of letting it go. Sometimes it's important not to take things too seriously, and there's no point in holding on to some things, especially unkind things. I'll teach you that you're better than that. You'll use forgiveness and create a whatever mind bin. It's going to be quite fun working through this module. Right at the end, I show you the amazing COPE formula for dealing with unkind thoughts and words. So work through it carefully. You'll get a lot out of it when you just go slow, put it into your own mind and think of your own experiences, and it'll give you the right skills to use for next time. Some of the handouts that you will get, again, you'll get the transcript, the COPE formula for unkind thoughts and words, and possible other activities to practice. The whatever mind bin stencil, it's really important to color that in and create your own one as well. And imagine using a delete button in your own device so that you can just let things go. Visualization, or we can call it a pause to let go of unkindness, and the opportunity to create some inspirational cards. So then we move on to module 4. This module is on managing pressure and stress. The topics involved in this video are external pressure versus internal stress, fear of making mistakes and hence growth mindset, the stories that your imagination creates, creating your own rules and other people's pressures. By the end of the module, you'll learn the difference between pressure and unhelpful stress. Most importantly, you will learn what your imagination can do. And sometimes your imagination isn't that helpful. But don't worry, I'll get to teach you how to change the way that you tell your story. And this will make a huge difference to you and to how you feel. That's right. I teach you how to say things differently and use different words. And like I've taught you to be the boss of your mind in, I think, module 1, you will also be the boss of creating your own rules. And that's just amazing that you'll be able to do that. It makes you feel very empowered. So pay lots of attention as you work through the module. I'm always going to remind you to give it your best shot and pay attention. You'll get a lot out of it when you relate it to your own personal circumstances, and quite often this will be during school times. Look at moments where you become overwhelmed by pressure or where you become stressed. And this module will give you the skills to experience less stress and accept that there is not much that you can do about external pressure. Some of the handouts that you'll get the transcript of the module. You'll also get the COPE formula for managing pressure and stress. Making mistakes outline, the pause and think for when you make a mistake, imagination bubbles, being creative and blowing things out of proportion and what you should and shouldn't do. So then we move to module 5, dealing with worry. This video will introduce to you the warrior, releasing worries, and taking action to eliminate worry. So in summary, by the end of the module, you will discover how easy it is to worry unnecessarily. And this is not just for you kids, it's for adults as well. But don't worry about the worries. You will learn amazing, simple, and creative ways to release your worries. Remember, we can use our imagination for anything. We are the boss of our minds and we create the rules. So take your time. You'll get a lot out of it by noticing what it is that you typically worry about. So at the end, you'll move towards the COPE formula for managing worry, and you'll be able to use that for your own worries and to even manage future worries as well. The module will give you the skills to take action and to eliminate your worries. And I think that's pretty cool to get to have the opportunity to learn all about that. And if you really like to worry about things, you can just learn to spend a short amount of time on worry and then get on with your day. I'll remind you as well, at any point, you can always reach out to me if you get stuck. So then we move on to module 6, and that's letting go of anger. You'll learn in this video that, is anger a normal reaction? Is anger a normal emotion? Is it bad to feel angry? What is anger telling you? And other ways to let go of anger. By the end of the module, you will learn that anger is a normal reaction. However, you are in charge of your reaction and that it's okay to feel angry. It is how you react that counts. You will learn to look at anger as a message and discover ways to identify what it's telling you. You will see that letting go of anger can be useful, and it's just a form of energy that you can respond to. You will also learn simple and effective techniques to let go of anger. Right at the end of the module, I will show you my amazing COPE formula for letting go of anger. And I ask you to be creative as you work through this module. Give it your full attention, especially to your way that you personally experience anger. There is one part in particular where I get to say, gotcha. So watch out for that. You can use this module to get familiar with your own patterns of anger and discover better ways to deal with it. This module gives you the skills to be calmer, faster. And I think that's really amazing. So then we go to module 7. And this module is on moving away from sadness. You will learn in this video the importance of time, the sadness challenges, like being stuck or not knowing why you're sad and fearing change or experiencing change. Soothing rituals, and even respecting emotions. So by the end of the module, and this is module 7, you will learn that it's important when you're experiencing sadness. It's important to let sadness take its course so that you can start feeling your normal self soon again. It shouldn't take too long depending on what it is that you're feeling sad about, but let me tell you, it won't always feel the same way. I will teach you about some of the challenges that you may face along the way, and you will also learn about some helpful and soothing rituals that you can try to help you move through sadness. You'll learn that it's an emotion and it's important to respect our emotions. Right at the end of the module, I'll show you the COPE formula for moving away from sadness. I ask you to be compassionate as you work through the module. You may find that you relate to it. You may even feel sad about a pet or something that you were once attached to, or something relating to another person or situation. But it also gives you the skills for the future, just in case you do run into some sadness. This module will help you move away from sadness in a much healthier way. Then we come to module 8. Module 8 is about making the most of relationships. And what you'll learn in this video is that it's not your fault. Different types of relationships, are they in balance? Your relationship with yourself and how to improve relationships. So by the end of this module, you will learn how to make the most of your relationships. You will discover that you have relationships with yourself, with other people, and with other things or objects, such as devices. They are all important, and you will learn that balance is important as well. One thing you will learn, and this is one of my favorite parts, is that the way you speak to yourself becomes very important. You will also be okay with making some mistakes. After all, we are human. You will learn about open communication and what you can do to improve relationships. Remember, relationships tend to change, and you will learn to be okay with change as well. Nothing stays the same. But I'd like to say to you, be welcoming and excited about any change that comes your way. You will learn how to adjust. Right at the end of the module, I show you my amazing COPE formula for making the most of relationships. So I invite you to be enthusiastic as you work through the module. I really think it will help you feel more comfortable and in control of your responsibilities inside your different relationships. Then we come to module 9. Coping with anything, anytime. How emotions show up. What to do when emotions show up as sensations. Being a curious detective. Using the control room. Even having a control room team. So, by the end of the module, you will learn how interesting emotions just pop up. You will also learn that what you do when they show up, you are in charge of, and there are creative ideas for you to practice. You will definitely be more confident about being a curious detective, accessing your own control room, and using your inner coach, your inner coping skills coach. Right at the end, I show you the amazing COPE formula for coping with anything, anytime. And that's right, you really get to know yourself and trust in yourself. You will feel confident. So that is one of my favorite modules. It is right at the end. And that's because you needed to go through all those other modules right at the beginning so that you can be at a level of self-empowerment and confidence by the time you get to this module. Remember to reach out to me if you get stuck or if you want new ideas or if you need any help at all. So there we have it. Right at the end, let's look at the resources. You get the transcript again, you get the COPE formula like you do at the end of every module. You'll get a checklist of other things that challenge you or trigger you to feel like you can't cope. You'll I give you a psychological emotional scale or emotional ladder or something similar. You don't have to use, and you can create your own as well. And there's a couple of other interesting things. I'll just let you wait and see. But right at the end, you also get your certificate. You may get some audios as bonuses, and just imagine you've got all these COPE formulas for anger, for sadness, for relationships, and for absolutely everything that we've covered in each module. So at the end, you're going to be so resourceful and equipped. And you'll be able to say, I've done a course for my own professional and my own personal development. So I hope you've gotten a lot out of this summary. Now you know what the course is about. A message to mums, dads, teachers, coaches, therapists, friends. If you are listening to this video and you feel that it may be useful for someone to enroll in this course, please share it and pass it around. And I'll also be able to give you my links so that you can click and get access to the course basically immediately. Good luck. You've been listening to Amanda Dunas from the Positive Thinking Clinic. My website is www.positivethinkingclinic.com.au. You can email me at amanda@positivethinkingclinic.com.au. You can even ring me on 0458 850 850. Thank you.